Well, hello and welcome to my channel of Java Noobs. My name is Sharath and you are viewing my Java video tutorial series. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I would suggest you to see it first, and below is the link. Object-oriented programming, question 8, encapsulation. Encapsulation is the methodology of hiding certain data elements of the implementation of a class, but it provides a public interface to the client or the user. So what encapsulation means is it hides certain data or elements of the implementation of the class. It provides a public access to the user. Another definition of encapsulation is it's basically about hiding the state of an object with the help of modifiers like private, public, and protected. So by using certain modifiers like private, public, protected, we can actually hide the state of an object. Or we can say that data encapsulation is a wrapping up of information or data. Information here refers to as attributes and methods within a class. The best example of data encapsulation is a class. Now whenever you create a class, all the attributes and methods goes within the class. Okay, so whenever you write anything outside of the class, that will never be accessible. So that is known as data encapsulation. Benefits of encapsulation. Specifying members as private can hide the variables and methods. Objects should hide their inner working from the outside view. The field of a class can be made read-only or write-only. A class can have total control over what is stored in its fields. The users of a class do not know how the class stores its data. And good encapsulation improves code modularity by preventing objects interacting with each other in an unexpected way. Specifying members as private can definitely hide the variables and methods. Every object should hide its inner workings from the outside view so that nobody can know as to what exactly is happening. To understand these benefits of encapsulation, the best way is for me to show you an example of a program of encapsulation. The best and the easiest way of understanding encapsulation program is by using getter setter methods. Now getter setter methods is a key component of encapsulation in Java. I'm sure some of you would have heard of these words, that is the getter setter method. If you haven't, don't worry, I will show you a complete example as to how by using getter setter methods we can achieve encapsulation. So in Eclipse, I will create a new package and I'll name this package as org.javanoobs.encapsulation, and in the package I'll create a new class and I'll name this class as encapsulation. Now in this class I will create instance variables private string name and private string ID. These variables, since I've used the modifier, access modifier private, I can use it only inside encapsulation class. So I'll just try using it outside encapsulation class. So to do that, I'll create another class in the same package and I'll name this as main, and in main I'll create a main method, and here I will create an object of encapsulation class and I'll name that as enc dot name enc dot id. Look at this. When I try calling the instance variables of encapsulation class, that is name and ID, I'm getting an error. Now to overcome this problem, that is to use these variables outside of this class, Java has a beautiful concept of encapsulation, that is by using getter and setter methods. Okay, so I will be creating two methods for each variable, and they are called as setter methods and getter methods. By using these methods, I can access these variables, that is string name and int id. I'm sorry, this will be int, yeah, string name and int id. I can use it in any other class. I'll create a method public void set, and inside this I'll pass the parameters string name, string new name. This dot name is equal to new name. Okay, now I'll just leave a comment here. This is the setter method for name, variable name. This is the getter method for variable name. And now I'll create the getter method, so that will be public string get name, and inside this it returns name. Now I will have, this is the setter method for variable id, and this is the getter method for variable id. So first setter method, that will be public void set id, and I'll pass the parameters int new id, and this will return, oh, I'm sorry, new id. This dot id is equal to new id. Type the getter method, so public int, and this returns id. Got it? I've set the getter setter methods for both private string name and private int id. Now I will be able to use these two variables inside my package, that is this package org.javanoobs.encapsulation, anywhere. Okay, so I already have the object. I'll just make a note here, object of enc dot set id equals 10,000. Now enc dot set name equals Danny, and look at this, there are no errors because I've used the getter setter methods. And I'll type in system.out.println id is equal to plus get plus enc dot get id plus name is equal to plus enc dot get name. When I run this program, you can see both Danny and 10,000 in the output. Look at this, id is equal to 10,000, name is equal to Danny. So that's exactly how getter setter method works in Java, and by using getter setter methods you can easily achieve encapsulation. Hope you like my videos and thank you for watching, and please don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe.